Hello everybody, this is Josh, and today we're going to be taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set number 75299, Trouble on Tatooine, with 276 pieces, retailing for $29.99 in the United States, released in 2021, and based in the Mandalorian series from Disney+. We'll first take a look at the speed build, and then we'll do the review. Enjoy. First, let's take a look at the child, also known as the Asset, Baby Yoda, and Grogu. And well, this is not a new minifigure, we've seen it in 3 other sets. It has a regular baby body with a soft plastic head. I think that the printing, which for me looks a little bit like a Mandalorian helmet, is well done. I wish it would have a little bit more printing, a little bit more detail. At least on the back, it's basically blank. There's no printing. But overall, I think this minifigure is adequate. It does the job. The only complaint that I might have are the eyes. They're a little bit too big for my taste. It makes the child look a little bit alien. But otherwise, I think this minifigure is really good and does the job. Next, let's take a look at the Mandalorian, also known as Mando or Din Djarin. And while this is a new minifigure, we've had previous minifigures for the Mandalorian, but I think this is the latest, the one that's more accurate to the show. It's showcasing more silver, which means more Beskar, because of what we saw in the previous season. And while I do like this minifigure a lot, first of all, the helmet, I think that the Mandalorian helmet is really well, or any other Mandalorian helmets are really well translated into Lego form. The detailing on the front is really well done, and we have also printing in the legs and on the arms. We have a cape, and if we remove the cape as well as the helmet, we can see that first of all we have a black head that it's blank. We have no printing, no features of any other kind, and we also have printing on the back. I do like this minifigure a lot. I don't think that dual molding would have made any difference, but overall the detailing that we have, the silver that we have, makes this a really good minifigure. And the third minifigure is the Tuscan Raider. This minifigure is not a new minifigure, we've had it in 3 sets before this one. And I think that overall the printing is really well done. We have prints on the front and the back of the torso, no prints on the arms, and it has a really nice head, a custom head for these creatures that it's fairly accurate to the movies and the series. And the only thing that I think this minifigure is missing is a robe of cloth. That way, for me, it would be a little bit more accurate. The next build that we're going to be taking a look at is the speeder bike. This bike has really nice new techniques that I had not worked with. It's really well detailed. The colors I think are appropriate for the one we've seen in the show. and translated to Lego. It sits both the Mandalorian and the child. The child is in a saddlebag. The way that the saddlebag is placed along with another bag is really interesting. It's really good build. And the main complaint that I have for this build, for this bike, is the fact that the Mandalorian cannot sit. It really is laying back, laying down. And the biggest issue with this is that since he has a hard cloth cape, it's gonna get wrinkly. I wish it had been a soft cloth, but that's what we got. Otherwise, it does the job. It's a really nice build and really fun to assemble. Next, let's take a look at the Tuscan Hut hideout. And well, this is my favorite build of the whole set. I know that some people don't like when we have builds like this that are both either half or they show too much from the outside to the inside. But I think that it's appropriate to what this set is trying to do and from the overall transformation from the show into the set. It has really good building techniques, nothing new, nothing too much, but it's detailed enough that in the outside it looks like it should be. And again, it translated well from the show in here. And so I would like to see some more sets include stuff like this, even though we've seen it before with Luke's hut or Yoda's hut. But in this set, this build is my favorite and it works really well. The final build is the missile shooting Ballista from the Tuscan Raiders. We saw this machine being used at the episode where they're hunting for the Great Dragon, and I'm actually surprised. It made a very interesting jump from the series, from live action onto Lego. It reminds me a little bit of something that the Wookiees might have, because it looks a little bit like an insect with wings in a way, at least from the front. But otherwise, I think it's a very decent build. It has an action feature, which is the missile shooting piece that we can see there in the middle at the top. And overall, it works great. I think that it's a good addition. It brings action features into the set, and it looks great. Trouble in Tatooine is a really good set. I don't think this set should be $29.99. I think it should be $24.99. Unless it had an extra Tuscan Raider. I think having 4 minifigures for a $30 set is the way that things should be. Especially if you consider that the child, it's a very small minifigure, but a minifigure nevertheless. These two minifigures that we're seeing on screen, both Mando and the child, are great additions to your collection, especially the Mandalorian. This is the only set where this version of the minifigure of his character is at, the latest version, we can call it, if we can call it that. And overall, this set has 3 nice builds: a speeder bike, a ballista, a hut hideout, and it makes the set really shine. Again, I don't think $30 is the price that it should be, but if you can get it for cheap, sometimes you can find it 20% off. I think that is a must buy. I give this set a 4 bricks out of 5. It's recommended, it's fun, it has really nice minifigures, even for the Tuscan Raider, which has its own head. So I hope you get a chance to enjoy this set as much as I did. Again, thanks for watching the video, liking, subscribing, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.